Good afternoon, students. In the last class, we discussed with how a journal entry that is to be passed, and then after that, posting that journal entry to the ledger accounts and balancing it, and trial balance is prepared. So we did some problems also. Only thing you need to do is do as much as problems with regard to the till the trial balance. Then only you can familiarize with the how to prepare the journal entry, then the ledger accounts, and how this is to be prepared. That trial balance is to be prepared. Today, going to see the balance portion with some of the terms with regard to this. That is, some of the terms with regard to this final accounts or trading and profit and loss account, and before preparing this, what all things need to be coming in the trial balance that we need to. So from the above example, we can summarize that discount is a reduction or concession allowed either on selling price of goods or on the amount due, and it can be of two types. One is a trade discount and another one is a cash discount. So trade discount and a cash discount. So what is a trade discount and what is a cash discount? So trade discount, deduction from the list price or the catalog price, usually allowed by the wholesalers to the retailers on the bulk purchase. കൂട്ടമായിട്ട് ഒന്നിച്ച് പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഹോൾസെയിലർ റീറ്റെയിലർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മൊത്ത കച്ചവടക്കാർ ചെറുകിട കച്ചവടക്കാർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഡിഡക്ഷൻ ഓർ കുറവ് ലിസ്റ്റ് പ്രൈസ് ഓഫ് ദ കാറ്റലോഗ് പ്രൈസ്. അതായത് ഒന്നിച്ച് സാധനം എടുക്കുന്നു, എന്നും എടുക്കാതെ ഒറ്റയടിക്ക് കുറച്ച് സാധനം എടുത്താൽ അതിനകത്ത് ആ സാധനം എടുത്തതിന്റെ പ്രൈസിനകത്ത് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പ്രൈസിനകത്ത് കുറവ് വരുത്തുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ കേസ് ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട്. It is deducted in the invoice from the list price, and the net amount only is recorded in the books of accounts. For example, A sold to B goods of the catalog price of 10,000 at a trade discount of 10%. So, 10,000-ന്റെ 10% trade discount കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നു എന്നാ പറഞ്ഞു. 10,000 ആയിരുന്നു actually A sold goods to B, but with a trade discount of 10%, so the amount to be recorded in the books of accounts is calculated as catalog price is 10,000 and the discount is to be deducted. So only 90%. So 9,000 only need to pay by B. Isn't it? So adana, in such a case, the entry is B's account debtor to sales account, that is sold goods on credit, and bought goods on credit, then purchase account debtor to A account. Rather, A sold goods to B at 10,000 at a trade discount of 10%. Trade discount. So actually 10,000 ആണ് അതിന്റെ ഒറിജിനൽ എമൗണ്ട്. 10% ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 1000. So 9,000 need to pay by B. So in such a case, who is purchasing the thing? B is purchasing the thing, isn't it? So B is getting the things, getting the goods, and we are having loss of the goods. But we are getting what? Money in a later period. So, sold goods on credit means what? B debtor, that is B is getting to sales account, and purchased goods on credit. Okay, so purchases account debtor to sadhana cash purchase എഴുതുമ്പോൾ purchase account debtor to cash ആണ് വരുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ to A's account because credit ആണ്. അതാണ് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. That is the trade discount. Then another one is, so trade discount is what? It is the for the bulk purchase from the wholesaler to the retailer, there's a deduction in the list price. That is the which one? this trade discount. While cash discount, it is the reduction allowed by the creditor to the debtor, usually on making the prompt payment. Such a reduction is an expense to the creditor who allows it and an income to the debtor who makes the payment at a lesser amount. So, ഇത് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത് ക്യാഷ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട്, അതായത് ഡെപ്റ്ററെ ക്രെഡിറ്റർ ഡെപ്റ്റർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന കടം കൊടുക്കേണ്ടയാള് ആൾക്ക് ഡെപ്റ്റർ കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു റിഡക്ഷൻ ആണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കുറവാണ്. യൂഷ്വലി ഓൺ മേക്കിംഗ് എ പ്രോംപ്റ്റ് പേയ്മെന്റ്. സച്ച് എ റിഡക്ഷൻ ഈസ് ആൻ എക്സ്പെൻസ് ടു ദ ക്രെഡിറ്റർ. അയക്ക് വരുന്ന ഒരു ചെലവും മറ്റേ ആൾക്ക് വരുന്ന ഒരു വരുമാനവുമാണ്. X owes an amount of ₹1000 to Y. X makes the payment promptly and Y allows a reduction of 50. 50 രൂപ ക്യാഷ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് ആണ്. അപ്പോ എത്ര കൊടുത്താൽ മതി? 950 കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. സിമ്പിൾ. സോ അതാണ് ഇവിടെ ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി ക്യാഷ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട്. Then the reduction or discount of ₹50 that Y allows is an expense to him and he gets only 950 on the settlement of the amount. So in the books of Y, what is the entry? Cash is receiving, isn't it? So cash account debtor, how much is receiving? 950. Discount allowed account debtor 50 to who? X account 1000. Then in the books of Y is getting the money, isn't it? So sorry, in the books of X, this is in the books of Y. Y യുടെ ബുക്കിൽ Xന്റെ പേരേ വരുള്ളൂ, Y യുടെ പേരിൽ വരില്ല. അവരവരുടെ ബുക്കിൽ അവരവരുടെ പേര് വരില്ല, മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ പേരേ വരുള്ളൂ. Isn't it? അവരുടെ പേരിന് പകരം ആണ് ക്യാഷ് വരുന്നത്. So cash account debtor 950 with the amount received, discount allowing to X, that is 50 rupees to X account 1000. Then if the amount is getting by Y, then Y's account debtor 1000 to which one? Cash account 950 to discount received 50. See the difference. X in the account, X in the book, entry Y's account debtor to cash with the amount received, amount need to pay, isn't it? And to discount the received 50. So this is the case with regard to the trade discount as well as the cash discount. So trade discount എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ it is the from the wholesaler to the retailer for the bulk purchase, a reduction in the list price from the invoice value. അതായത് 10,000 ആണെങ്കിൽ 1000 കുറച്ച് 9,000 കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. അതാണ് എന്ത് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഫോർ പ്രോംപ്റ്റ് വീണ്ടും ഇതുപോലെ പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്, അതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ട്രേഡ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ക്യാഷ് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ക്രെഡിറ്റർ ഡെറ്റർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു റിഡക്ഷൻ ഇൻ ദ എമൗണ്ട് ഫോർ ദ പ്രോംപ്റ്റ് പേയ്മെന്റ്. ഓൾവേസ് ദേ ആർ പേയിങ് ഓൺ പ്രോംപ്റ്റ് ബേസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കറക്റ്റ് നല്ല സമയത്ത് കറക്റ്റ് സമയത്താണ് ആക്യുറേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പേയ്മെന്റ് നടത്തുന്നുണ്ട് എങ്കിൽ then the creditor is allowing the debtor to pay with a discount, that is the cash discount. Then there's a problem. Journalize the following transactions, prepare the ledger accounts and also prepare a trial balance. Dinesh started business with the cash 4,000, furniture 2,000 and stock of goods 8,000. So how it is to be? Yes, compound journal entry. Cash account debtor, how much is the amount? 4,000. Then furniture account debtor, 2,000. Stock means goods account debtor 8,000 to capital 14,000, isn't it? This is the entry, first one. Cash, stock, furniture to capital. Then second is what? Purchased goods from Alex 5,000 at a trade discount of 10%. And also one more thing, trade discount we are not entering into or recording that one. The net amount only is recording. So purchased goods from Alex 5,000 at a trade discount of 10%. So goods from Alex. So purchase account debtor to Alex. How much is the amount? 5,000, 10% 500. So 4,500. See, goods bought on credit at a trade discount of 10%. Then, next step. Sold goods to Binoy 6,000 at a trade discount of 5%. So, sold goods to Binoy. Binoy debtor to sales. How much? 6,000 at a trade discount of 5%. So 6 into 5. 5% is 300. So how much it is? 5,700. Look. 5,700. Next step. Sold goods for cash. Cash in vendita, sadhanam vittu ennu cash account debtor to sales. Cash account debtor to sales. It is 9,000. Clear? Then purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. So either goods account you can put or purchase account you can put. So purchases account debtor to cash. How much? It is 6,000. Then paid to Alex 2,000, discount allowed by him 200. So how it is? Alexine 5000 ആണ് അതിൽ 4500 ആ കേസിൽ അലക്സിന് കൊടുക്കേണ്ടിയിരുന്നത് എത്രയാ 4500 ആണ് കൊടുക്കേണ്ടിയിരുന്നത് അതിൽ paid to Alex is 2000. So Alex debtor 2000, discount allowed is 200. So discount allowed account debtor 200 to what is that? Cash. How much? 2,200. See. Sorry. Discount allowed by him. Alex is giving. So here it is 2,200 and to cash is 2,000 and to discount received is 200. Means discount is allowed by him. Who? Alex. Appo nammal matte aalde bookilana ezhudannathu. So that is Alex debtor to cash 2,000 is the amount and to discount received is 200. Then we need to see the balance entries. Received from Binoy 4,000, allowed him a discount of 300. So Binoy in the 4,000, isn't it? So cash account debtor 4,000, discount allowed account debtor, how much it is? 300 to Binoy, received from Binoy, isn't it? So Binoy 4,300. We will see whether it is right or wrong. See, cash account, debtor 4,000, discount allowed account debtor 300 to Binoy it is 4,300. Then withdraw for personal purposes. So what is that? Drawings account debtor to cash. How much? 300. Then paid rent, no cobalt journal entry is allowed because the date is separate. So next is paid rent account debtor to cash. How much it is? 600. Then received commission. Received commission. So cash is received in the form of commission. So cash account debtor to commission account. How much it is? 100. Then sold goods to Christie. Sold goods to Christie. So what is that? Christie debtor to sales 3,000. Then purchased goods from Danny. Danny is the so what is the entry? Purchases account debtor to Danny. So it is 2,000. Clear? So these are the journal entries, and from this journal we need to prepare different accounts, ledger accounts. Like rent account is there, cash is the big one because almost all the transactions is having cash. Then commission account is there, Christie account is there, sales is also there, too many sales is there, too many purchase is there, discount allowed is there, discount received is there, isn't it? So here and then, see, after that we need to prepare the ledger accounts. See the ledger account, cash account debtor to capital. Then firstly we see cash account because it is too tedious to draw each and every account here. This is a small board, that is why. So just to see the explanation I am telling. So if we are taking the cash account, see the entries: cash account debtor to capital 4,000, cash account debtor to sales 9,000, cash account debtor to Binoy 4,000, cash account debtor to commission 100, and on the credit side, so these are the income generated, and the opposite side expenses is there. By purchases account 6,000, so purchase account debtor to cash 6,000, Alex account debtor to cash 2,000, drawings account debtor to cash 300, rent account debtor to cash 600. Then take the difference between both the accounts. 17,100 is the debit total and the credit total is 8,900. So there is a difference of 8,200 that is to be carried down and then brought down. In this way, cash account is prepared. Another account, other accounts also prepared in this way. Maybe some accounts, they are having too many transactions are there. So you need to prepare it in a big one, big size one. And small accounts also there. Like see, the stock is there, only one item. Then discount allowed is there, discount received is there, isn't it? So those transactions having more times it occurred, that one you need to prepare a big account, because otherwise you have loss of space will not be there for preparing the entire thing. So see, cash, a big one is required. Then stock account debtor to capital, the first entry 8,000. No need of balancing because no more items there. Furniture, see the furniture account, same, only one transaction. Furniture account debtor to capital 2,000, and there is no more item on the credit side because this is an asset, that is why it is balanced. So balance carried down and balance brought down. Then comes capital account, where credit side is cash account, stock account, furniture account, by all these things, because for the first entry, cash account debtor 4,000, stock account debtor 8,000, furniture account debtor 2,000, to capital 14,000, that is to be balanced here. Then purchase account, how many purchases are there? 3 types there is purchase. Credit purchase and cash purchase is there. So purchase account debtor to Alex 4,500, purchase account debtor to cash 6,000, and purchase account debtor to Daddy 2,000. So 12,500 almost. Then next is Alex account. Alex account, on the debit side, cash account debtor 2,000, discount received, Alex account debtor to discount received account. Entry. So 200. Then credit side, purchase account debtor to Alex account, or credit purchase on that. So 4,500. The balance is there 2,300. That is to be carried down and then brought down. Like the same Binoy's account we need to prepare. In the Binoy's account, there is sales, isn't it? Here purchase Alex in the sales. This is the opposite entry. അപ്പൊ എന്തായിരുന്നു എൻട്രി? ക്യാഷ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ, ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് അലൗഡ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു ബിനോയ്. അപ്പൊ ബിനോയുടെ അക്കൗണ്ട് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ 4300 വരും. ഡെബിറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ ബിനോയ്സ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു സെയിൽസ് വേറെ ഉണ്ട് 5700. ടേക്ക് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ടു ബി ബാലൻസ്ഡ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 1400. ദെൻ അതിനുശേഷം സെയിൽസ് അക്കൗണ്ട്, സെയിൽസിന്റെ ഒത്തിരി ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻ വരുന്നുണ്ട് ഇല്ലേ? ബിനോയ്സ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു സെയിൽസ് 5700, ക്യാഷ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു സെയിൽസ് 9000, ക്രിസ്റ്റി അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു സെയിൽസ് 3000. അതായത് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സെയിലും ക്യാഷ് സെയിലും വരുന്നുണ്ട്. അതും അതുപോലെ ഇത് ചെയ്യുക. ബിക്കോസ് സെയിലും പർച്ചേസും ഒക്കെ എന്താണ്? എക്സ്പെൻസ് ഇൻകം ആണ്. അത് ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്യണമെന്നില്ല. കാരണം അഥവാ ഡെബിറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ ഐറ്റം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ ഐറ്റം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ബാലൻസ് ചെയ്യണം. ഈ കേസിലെ പർച്ചേസസിന്റെ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സൈഡിലും ഇല്ല, ഇതിന്റെ ഡെബിറ്റ് സൈഡിലും ഇല്ല. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ഇട്ടാൽ മതി. ആ ബാലൻസ് എടുത്ത് ട്രയൽ ബാലൻസിലോട്ട് എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. ദെൻ ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് റിസീവ്ഡ്, ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് റിസീവ്ഡില് അലക്സ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് റിസീവ്ഡ് 200 ഉണ്ട്. ഡിസ്കൗണ്ട് അലൗഡില് ടു ബിനോയ് 300 ഉണ്ട്. അതൊക്കെ ചെറിയ അക്കൗണ്ട് മതി. പിന്നെ ഡ്രോയിങ്സ്, that also a small account is required because only one transaction. Rent also only one transaction. Commission also only one transaction. Then like the same, two more accounts are there. Christie's account is there and also Danny's account. Then how we are preparing the trial balance? We are preparing the trial balance as, look here, what all are the items? Trial balance. So first item, capital, where it comes on the credit side, isn't it? So capital is having a 14,000 balance because by goods, by furniture and by cash brought in. Then drawings. Drawings is an expense, isn't it? So it comes on the debit side. Then purchases. It is also an expense, so it comes on debit side. Then stock, only one item, isn't it? So 8,000, that is also coming in the debit side. Sales, it is an income or a revenue generated, so coming on the credit side. So how much? 17,700. Then cash, cash is how much? It is an asset, so there will be a balance and showing on the debit side. Then comes furniture. Furniture also is an asset, isn't it? 2,000, that is coming on the debit side. Then creditors. Creditors are like Alex is a creditor and Danny is also a creditor. Purchased goods on credit, isn't it? Isn't it? Purchased, purchased Alex in there. Yes, purchased goods from Alex and also purchased goods from Danny. Then sold goods to Binoy and sold goods to Christy. These two are the debtor. And also Alex and Danny are the creditor. So see how much the total coming. Alex having 2,300 and Danny having 2,000 in the balance. Isn't it? We prepared the Danny's account also. See, I will show you the Danny's account and Christie's account. See the Danny's account, purchase account debtor to Danny, 2,000 is there. So that 2,000 coming as this one. Then Christie's account, Christie debtor to sales is 3,000. So balance carried on 3,000, that coming on the debit side. Then Alex account, if we are taking Alex account, see the balance. Purchase account debtor to Alex 4,500. Cash account debtor, discount received account debtor is there. So Alex debtor to cash to discount received 2,200. So the difference 2,300. And Binoy, that is the sale, that is cash account debtor, discount allowed account debtor to Binoy 4,300. And there is a sale of 5,700. Take the difference 1,400. So that too we total up, and there is a debtor and also a creditor. So creditor, who is that? Credit purchase in sadhanam medichinathu. Who purchased that? Alex purchased and also Danny purchased, isn't it? So that too comes 4,300. See the working. Alex account 2,300, Danny's account 2,000, and debtors how much? Debtors, it is 4,400. 4,400. Then discount received and discount allowed. Discount allowed is an expenditure item, so it comes on debit side, and the discount received is an income item, that is discount is giving, isn't it? So that much reduction in the price, and we are getting the money also. So how much it is? Discount received, it is 200, and then the rent, it is an expense item. So how much it is? 600, and commission, it is 100. I think 100. Yes. So total is 36,300 for both the sides. See, this is the trial balance, means the balances extracted from the ledger books or the ledger accounts. So that is the case with regard to, see, this type of problem will ask for 5 marks here. Means you need to prepare a journal entry, you need to prepare past journal entry, prepare the ledger accounts and balance it, and prepare the trial balance. Clear? So, page number 3.61, practice problem 1, and giving as an assignment also. You need to pass the journal entries, prepare the ledger balances, means ledger accounts, and then trial balance. So, started business with the 50,000, cash account entered to capital, because what is coming in, there is no goods putting, there is no furniture putting, only cash is there. Because in this way, this is putting, then it is treated as what? It is treated as cash. So started business with 50,000, cash account entered to capital, 50,000. Purchase the furniture. Students, please hear that. If there is the supplier's name, then only it is treated as a credit purchase. So this is treated as what? Cash purchase itself. So purchase the furniture means furniture account entered to cash 15,000. Purchase the goods for cash. So instead of goods account, you need to goods account purchase account entered to cash 9,000. Open a bank account. Bank account entered to cash 8,000. Purchased goods for cash. Purchase account entered to cash 7,000. Sold goods for cash. Cash account entered to sales 12,000. Withdrew cash for personal purposes. Drawings account entered to cash 3,000. Drew from a bank. So open a bank account near opposite. Withdrawal from a bank. Cash account entered to bank 4,000. Paid into bank means what? Deposited into bank. So bank account entered to cash 2,000. Purchased goods from Roy. Roy in made. So purchase account entered to Roy 9,000. Sold goods to James. James in with 2. So James debtor to sales, it is 15,000. See, there is creditor as well as debtor. Then sold goods to James, James debtor to sales, 15,000. Cash received from James, so cash account debtor to James, 12,000. Cash paid to Roy, Roy debtor to cash, 6,000. Paid salary, salary account debtor to cash, 2,000. Sold goods for cash, cash account debtor to sales, 9,000. Paid rent, rent account debtor to cash 3,000. Sold goods means what? Sadhanam vittu. Okay. So Sadhanam vittu entry. Cash account debtor to sales. Then paid advertisement, advertisement expense account debtor to cash 2,000. So these are the journal entries. Prepare the ledger accounts from this and trial balance also for the following below question. So please do it as an assignment. If anybody is having any doubt, please let me know for this thing. Hope you are clear with the trial balance now. Then, after the trial balance, subdivision of the journal. What is the subdivision of journal? Means journal is subdivided into different books. So, one is journal proper itself and other books are also there. That we will see in the next nearby classes also. So I will start with this subdivision of journal. Consider the case given below. Mrs. Arya is a trader who deals in stationery items. She operates in a remote village and has approximately 50 to 60 transactions in a month. She records all these transactions in a single journal. But as time passed, she decided to enhance the business activity. She increases her store holding in terms of the number and the variety of the items and undertook the advertisement for the shop. The selling unit is enlarged and employs more staff members also. She had cash as well as credit transaction and also sold to smaller retail outlets and started purchasing from several suppliers also. Transactions grow in number and in time, namely the cash and credit, supply to the retailers, purchase from the suppliers, returns from the retailers, returns to the suppliers, etc. Means it is expanding. അതായത് ഇങ്ങനെ ഓരോ ദിവസവും കയറി പോവുകയാണ് ബിസിനസ്. It is advisable for Ms. Arya to record all the transactions in a single journal itself. Suppose if Mrs. Arya wants to get the details pertaining to a class of transaction, will she be able to do it conveniently and without any delay? What is the suggestion with regard to? So, recording all these transactions in the single journal made things complex. അതായത് വളരെ പാടാണ് എല്ലാം ഒരൊറ്റ ജേർണലിൽ എഴുതുക എന്നുള്ളത്. അതിന് പകരമായിട്ട് it is subdivided into 7 journals, 7 items based on the nature of the transaction or the class of the transaction. It is subdivided this journal. So we will check it what all are these. So recording all these transactions in a single journal made the things complex. If she wants to get the details of different classes of transaction easily, she has to subdivide the journal based on the nature of the transaction. In a small business concern, there may be only very few transactions and these can be recorded in one journal. A few transactions in a journal. When the size of the business and number of the transactions are large, it will be inconvenient and often impracticable to record all the transactions in one journal. Therefore, comes the need for division of journal. Adana journal paladayittu subdivide cheyidirikkunu. Usually, many transactions that takes place in a business are repetitive in nature. If separate journals are kept for recording the transactions of a similar nature, journalizing and posting will be easier and convenient also. For example, all cash transactions may be recorded in one journal. All credit purchase of goods may be recorded in another journal like that. അതായത് എല്ലാ ക്യാഷ് സംബന്ധമായിട്ടുള്ള ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻസും ക്യാഷ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാം ഒരു ജേർണലിലും പർച്ചേസസ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളത് ക്യാഷ് പർച്ചേസ് അല്ല. ക്യാഷ് പർച്ചേസ് വന്നാൽ അത് എവിടെ പോകും? ക്യാഷിനകത്ത് പോകും. ക്രെഡിറ്റ് പർച്ചേസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാം വേറൊരു ജേർണലായിട്ടും അങ്ങനെ തരംതിരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. അതിനെയാണ് സബ് ഡിവിഷൻ ഓഫ് ജേർണൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. Journal in which transactions of the similar nature only are recorded may be termed as special journal or the day book itself. The division of original entry into different day books is called subdivision of journal. അതായത് യഥാർത്ഥമായിട്ടുള്ള എൻട്രിയെ പല അതിന്റെ സ്വഭാവത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് ഓരോ ടൈപ്പ് ബുക്കായിട്ട് തരംതിരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. ലൈക്ക് ക്യാഷ് സംബന്ധമായിട്ടെല്ലാം ക്യാഷിനകത്തും ക്രെഡിറ്റ് സംബന്ധമായിട്ടുള്ള പർച്ചേസ് എല്ലാം അല്ലെ സെയില് എല്ലാം പർച്ചേസസ് ഡേ ബുക്ക് ആയിട്ട് അല്ലെ സെയിൽസ് ഡേ ബുക്ക് ആയിട്ട് അങ്ങനെ തരംതിരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. അതിനെയാണ് സബ് ഡിവിഷൻ ഓഫ് ജേർണൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Then advantages of the special journals. The system saves labor and time also. അതായത് ഒരൊറ്റ ജേർണലിൽ ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടെ എഴുതാൻ പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്തുമാത്രം പേജസ് വേണ്ടി വരും എന്നറിയാം. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് it is to be subdivided and to save the time also and the effort also. Okay, so the labor and time to be saved. It makes possible division of work among clerks. Clerks in a work divide ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അതായത് ക്യാഷ് സംബന്ധമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പാർട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്നു, പർച്ചേസസ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് എല്ലാം ഒരു പാർട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അപ്പൊ ക്യാഷ് പർച്ചേസ് ക്യാഷിനകത്തോട്ട് പോകും. പിന്നെ സെയിൽസ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാം സെയിൽസ് ഡേ ബുക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് അത് വേറൊരു പാർട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കും. അങ്ങനെ ഡിവിഷൻ ഓഫ് വർക്ക് ഈസ് പോസിബിൾ ഇൻ ദിസ് സബ് ഡിവിഷൻ ഓഫ് ജേർണൽ among the clerks. And the system prevents errors and frauds. എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒരൊറ്റ ഇതിനകത്ത് എഴുതുന്നവന് ആകെ തലയ്ക്ക് പ്രഷറാണ്. അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? There may be errors and frauds will be more there. So in order to reduce the errors and frauds, we need to use this system. And then information about each class of transaction will be readily available also. So information about each class of transaction, ഓരോ class of transaction will be readily available. Means cash journal, so cash day book, isn't it? Or cash book. Then sales day book, purchases day book. അങ്ങനെ തരംതിരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. it is possible to record more details of the transaction like quantity, rate, trade discount, etc. So usually we trade discount ഒഴിവാക്കിയാണ്. എന്നാൽ day book വരുമ്പോൾ sales day book അല്ലെങ്കിൽ purchase day book ഇതിനകത്തൊക്കെ trade discount കൂടെ consider ചെയ്യും. So clear? These are the advantages with regard to a special journal. So, see, these are the special journals or subdivision of journals. Cash book is there, all the cash transactions, whether the receipt and payment of cash, that is to be coming there. All the purchases except cash. So, credit purchases all coming in purchases day book. Credit sales all coming in sales day book. Purchase returns means what? Whatever the purchasing, if it is anything returned back, that is to be coming in purchase returns book. It's like the same sales returns. Whatever the sales done, if there is any item returned back, that is to be comes under sales returns book. Bills receivable, that is for credit basis we are giving. Okay, bills receiving. So that is the bills receivable book, and opposite is bills payable book and the journal proper itself. In the cash book, there is another called petty cash book. That is so. Out of this, we need to study. Cash book is there, different types is there, purchases day book is there, sales day book is there, purchase returns book is there, sales returns day book is there. Only you need to study this much. So, what is a cash book? Cash book is the most important subsidiary book or special journal of any business concern. It is a day book that is used to record all receipt and payment of cash. So, day book that is used to record all receipt and payment of cash. A cash book has two sides, the receipt side and the payment side. Receipt side is the debit side and payment side is the credit side. So a cash book is like this. This is the receipt and this is the payment. So if it is a cash book, then the amount column is there like that. So we will see cash book in detail in the next class. So cash book has two sides, a receipt side or a debit side and a payment side or a credit side. All the receipt of the cash entered, receipt of cash must be entered on the debit side or the receipt side, and whatever the payments with regard to or outgoing cash is expensed out, that is coming on the payment side. Then a cash book serves the purpose of both a journal and a ledger account. Since cash transactions are recorded originally in the cash book, it is a book of original entry or journal. As it is drawn in the form of an account and the balance can be extracted from it, it is also called a ledger account. That is why cash book is at the same time a journal and also a ledger account. Therefore, cash book is both a journal as well as a ledger. So this is both a journal as well as a ledger. To and by are used because of it is a ledger account. Resembles a ledger account. All the receipt part is coming on the debit side and all the payment part is coming on the credit side. So please have a look at today's classes. So today we discussed with the what is the discount, the trade discount and cash discount, how it comes or how it is to be accounted, and also two problems. One is for assignment and one problem we did. I already explained how to do the assignment also. Please please have a look at that one and please submit by 2 days are there. So please submit the next day. Means what? Today is Tuesday, Thursday evening you need to submit it. And also we see the subdivision of journal. Out of that, the main is the cash book. And furthermore, we will continue in the next class. So please have a look at today's classes. Please see my video regarding today's class also, and respond to me that confirm that you already see the video. So thank you for that.